Stormtrooper toys lined up in rows. Let's go! Reviewing each one with the passion it shows. It's so plastic to metal, he knows them so well. Oh, wow. Stormtrooper swagger, his story to tell. Now, tune in for Bert, he's the toy expert. Let's go! From action to arcade.
Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today I'm doing a very different video from the kind of video that I usually do. I am actually sitting in a hotel. I'm on a work trip, so I'm away for a week, but where I happen to be at is actually not too far away from Toy Federation, which is a place I've been wanting to hit for quite some time. So I got into town today, I got settled in, I did some Google Map searching, and I hit the road and I went and visited Toy Federation today, and I got quite the haul. So we're doing a haul video from a hotel, which again, this is not something that I usually do. I've done haul videos before when I get like big packages in the mail or like after a convention, but never while I'm out on the road. But it was just such a cool stop to go to. I mean, I've been watching YouTube videos for Federation Toy, and you know, Pixel Dan did a video there recently, and there was a popular video going around not too long ago where somebody came into town from another state and sold them an Eternia. And so I'm familiar with Toy Federation. I've been watching them on YouTube for quite some time. So when I found out that I was going to be not too far, I had to go and check them out, and I got myself quite the haul. So enough talking, let's get to the toys now. This is all going to be a little different from what you may be used to seeing me doing. You've probably noticed the shift. Lately, I'm not doing Transformers so much. I still collect Transformers, but for reasons I'm not going to get into in this video, I may save that for a different video. I'm not really doing a whole lot of Transformers videos right now, but I am focusing on other stuff that I do love. And one of the things that you guys know me for is Masters of the Universe. If you follow me for any time, any kind of time, you guys know that I've been into Motu for quite some time, and I picked up an original vintage Masters of the Universe Horde Trooper, complete with a staff right there and working perfectly fine. The hinges are not broken, nothing at all. So this is really exciting for me because this gets me, this is now figure number 65 out of the original 72 figures. I have 7 figures to go. So yeah, I'm nearing that full collection of the original Masters of the Universe figures. This is very, very exciting. So, and actually a little bit of a cheat. There's another figure that arrived in the mail at my house today while I'm out of town. So I'm not counting that one because I haven't checked that out yet. Once I get home and I open it and I inspect it and I make sure that everything is in place, then I'll count it as number 66. But for right now, 65 out of 72 with the Horde Trooper right here. Now, the rest of this stuff is something that I've been into for quite some time, but I've never really focused my channel on it until very recently. And that is Batman stuff. I got an entire Batman haul. So if you haven't, I talked a little bit about this in a recent video, but if you haven't heard about it, my middle daughter, Carmen, you guys are familiar with Carmen. She's been on the show or on the channel quite a bit. When she was little, from the time she was a toddler until almost when she hit her teens, she was a huge Batman fan. Just absolutely loved Batman, wanted to be Batman. Not Batgirl, she wanted to be Batman. But she did get to be Batgirl to my Batman back when we used to cosplay. And she also got to be Robin to my Batman quite a bit back in our cosplaying days. So that was a lot of fond memories there. And she had quite the collection. I mean, I just indulged her, right? When she was in the Batman, I was in the Batman. I indulged her. I got her everything she wanted. She had multiple there was this one Batcave by Mattel from The Batman that was like 4 feet tall that mounted to the wall. So she had that. And then above it was a shelf with another, like the Wayne Manor that turned into the Batcave. Above that, a collection of Batmobiles and figures and just Batwings, you name it, she had it, right? when she got older and she got out of toys, there was this family that we knew that were adopting a boy, who, for reasons I won't get into, he lost his family. And it was a family that we knew that was adopting this boy. And this boy, huge Batman fan. And it was kind of one of those, like, there wasn't even any debate. Like, it was one of those, we have this collection. Carmen's now grown, and she's like, well, I don't play with toys anymore. Let's pass these on. And we thought that was like, wow, so collectively the family just kind of like, just donated that entire collection. It was an amazing collection. And, the thing about it is, I've never regretted it, obviously. That would be kind of crappy. But there were a couple of Batmobiles specifically that I was like, man, I really wish. Now, I didn't wish we hadn't give them away. I just kind of wish I had them again because I love them, right? So I bought them again. There's some of those, namely the one from the animated series, the one that has got the little jet that pops out of the back. I bought that one again because I just loved it so much. And then there was one from Mattel, like 2003, I think it was. It was very comic book style. It was almost like the Batmobile from Batman and Robin, or the aesthetic rather from the Clooney Batman and Robin meets comic book kind of a thing. It was a dual, kind of a cockpit Batmobile with a big wing in the back, and then one side, it was an open cockpit. Batman and Robin sat on this open cockpits, but the Robin side popped off and it became a motorcycle. That one I bought again, and the animated one I bought again. Just because I love those two cars so much. So it's kind of a weird thing. It was kind of like we don't regret giving them away, and I don't regret giving those two pieces away, but I love them so much I went and bought them again. If that makes any sense. And of course, like I mentioned, I do have a handful of Batmobiles in my collection. And when I bought that Bat Missile a few weeks back, and I did a video on it, just found it in the wild. I told the story on that video. I got a lot of positive reaction. A lot of people chimed in. A lot of people reached out and say, hey, man, Batman stuff. Do more of that. We want to see what you got. So I'm kind of in a Batman phase right now. So I've got all of my Batman stuff. So the way I have my desk for work, and then to the side is the desk where I do my videos. And then in front of that is my old desk that I started doing video when I first started the channel. My old desk sits behind my current desk, and that's kind of like my standby section, right? The stuff that's waiting to be reviewed, my queue to do reviews on. Currently, my entire Batman collection is on that desk. So I'll go pick one out, do a video, put it back on the shelf, and and so on. So today I picked up some stuff that's going to go on that desk, and it's going to go on the queue to be reviewed. Hopefully you guys are liking the Batman videos, and because we're going to keep that going. So going back to what I got today. So we mentioned that Mattel Batmobile from 2003, that with the open cockpits. So I picked up the Batman and Robin figures that actually go to that Batmobile because I have two very similar figures. They came in a 2-pack. They may even be the same figures for all I know, because I haven't seen them in a while. So the reason that Batmobile doesn't have figures in it right now is because I have a friend of mine from years and years and years ago. We went to school together, we worked together, and he's passed. He passed away a few years ago. Decades ago, he had gifted me. He was a big toy collector as well, big Batman fan. He had the bat symbol tattooed across his chest, and he had gifted me a Batman and Robin set. It was a 2-pack. It was a Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack. If I can find a picture, I'll put it here. And it's pretty much this aesthetic of these two figures, right? And when we packed up and we moved to the new house 5 years ago, that stuff got put away, and I have not been able to find those two figures. So I know I have them. I just I don't know where they are. I've not been able to find them. I know I have them. I know we didn't get rid of them. I just don't know where they are. And, so those were not part of my daughter's collection because those have been gifted to me by my friend that passed away. So those actually stayed in my room. Those were not part of the collection that was given away. At least I don't think so. Could explain why I can't find them. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I hadn't bought figures for it because over the last 5.5 years, I've been like, I have them somewhere. Today I broke down, I bought these two. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting the two figures. They're brand new in the package. They were really good price. My Batmobile is going to get Batman and Robin. So here they are, the Batman and Robin. These are again by these were Mattel. Yeah, Mattel. From around 2003, these were the comic book style ones, so these are going to go on that Batmobile as soon as I get home. Actually, I'm going to open these, obviously, before I because I got to fit all this stuff in my bag, and my bags are pretty tight, so in order to save space, I am going to open these so that I can put the figures in with clothes, that kind of stuff. So, another carded figure I picked up is Robin from Batman Forever by Kenner. So you guys saw that I just reviewed the Batman Forever Batmobile from Spin Master. So I just wanted a Robin to go with. So there you go. They had this one, brand new in the package. So good price. I picked him up as well, so he'll be getting opened up. All right, more loose stuff. So I picked up. This is a figure I've been after for quite some time. This is the Iron Winch Batman, and he is complete with his weapon. And this is basically a repaint of the Michael Keaton Batman from Batman Returns Kenner line and Batman the Dark Knight Kenner line, which was a slight remode of the Batman from the Kenner Superpowers collection. They retooled they kind of give him the little scallops here on the cowl right there, and they redid his boots, and they did a little minor tweaking on the tooling just to kind of make him look like the movie, but essentially it was the Kenner Superpower, and they took away the gimmick. You squeeze his legs, nothing happens. He doesn't do the punching. But yeah, so basically this is a retool of the Kenner Superpowers that was made to be the black and yellow Batman from Batman and Batman Returns. But this one is in comic book colors, gray and blue. Absolutely. I've been after this figure for quite some time. They had him complete with the little grappling gun right there. Had to get him, picked him up. I also picked up, I don't know which way I want to go. Okay, let's go with this one first. So I got the Robin Redbird cycle from Batman Forever. And it is almost complete, right? So the motorcycle is complete. And he does have the figure with him as well. He's got the missile and everything. So I got this to go with my Clooney Batmobile. I have a Kenner Clooney Batmobile from Batman and Robin. And I mentioned in my video for the Batman Forever Batmobile that my Sonar Suit Batman was going to go into that car. But I didn't explain why. So the reason I don't have a Clooney Batman, and I could have picked one up today, but I don't have a Clooney Batman, and that's on purpose because for whatever reason, those figures have their arms out like this, really wide, and you can't get that figure into the car, right? So you get him into the car, and he's kind of doing this around the open canopy. He's just kind of doing this. It's kind of, you can't really fit him properly, and then the legs are really wide open, and he doesn't really quite fit correctly in the car. So the Kilmer Batman in the Sonar Suit that came with that Batmobile fits, to my eye, as far as I'm concerned, to my collection, to my shelf, it's close enough to the Clooney Batman, and he fits into that Clooney car perfectly, right? So, and you'll see that when I review that vehicle. But I wanted the Robin Redbird cycle to go with it. So it's complete. It's got the missile, the gimmicks all work and everything, and it's got the Robin figure to go with it. The only thing he doesn't have is his cape. And I might do a cape for him because I know how to make replacement capes. In fact, my Kenner Superpower Robin, whenever I get to that review of that Batmobile, you'll see that Robin, that cape is a cape that I made, right? So I might make a cape for him, I might not. And the reason why is because this is a perfect movie, quote unquote, movie Nightwing, right? Which of course we know in that movie, Robin was meant to look more like Nightwing. But this is like a dark blue with the yellow, right? So this really kind of looks like the original comic book colors Nightwing, who didn't have a cape. So I might leave him like this because I kind of dig him like this. So it didn't bother me that he didn't have a cape because I can make a soft one because they had the rubbery one anyway, which is not great. So I was planning on making him a soft one anyway. But I may just leave him like this and make him my Nightwing, So now I also got, I'm holding on to this. I also got this. This is the Iceboard Robin, right? And he is complete. He's got his little ice board and he's got his little gun with the little launching missile that also plugs into this to turn it into like a combat spear. It's complete. He's got all of his weapons. He's got his ice board and everything. And this guy at the beginning of the movie when they get off the rocket and they kind of sky surf down. Fun fact about that scene where they're sky surfing, that was filmed in the wind tunnel in Fort Bragg while I was stationed there. And that's the same wind tunnel that I used to go in and practice back when I was doing skydiving. I used that wind tunnel, and that same wind tunnel in Fort Bragg is where they filmed that scene. And I had a newspaper clipping of it. Like there was newspaper, there was a whole story in the newspaper, in the local newspaper. This was back in 95, 96, I think. And I had that newspaper clipping, and I may have it somewhere in a box of military stuff for all I know. I don't know, but yeah, the cool story is just I happen, I used to frequent that that wind tunnel, and I was stationed there when they filmed that scene for that movie in that wind tunnel, which is cool. So, but yeah, I got this guy because now, more than anything, other than the fact that he's on a sky surfing board, which I absolutely love, but this guy is actually the movie colors, the black, the dark blue, with the red, which is more akin to a modern day Nightwing, black suit with a red bird on his chest. And that's what they were going for in the movie. It was kind of like a modern day, at that time, modern day Nightwing. But this is closer to what he looked like in the movie when he actually rode the Redbird cycle. So I wanted to get him to go with this. So these guys are going to go together on my shelf. And he doesn't write it as, neither does the figure that the cycle comes with. But yeah, I got these guys to go together. And then the Robin that came with the cycle, I'm probably just going to leave and, make him Nightwing, and just kind of have him standing off to the side. Maybe I'll give him this. I don't know. Or staff or something. I don't know. I'm going to mix and match of these. They're complete. They're all complete, but I am going to mix and match. And then finally, this is getting long. I just turn the camera on and I just go off and off. This was awesome. I cannot believe that I found this in the wild and complete. Again, from the Dark Knight collection from Kenner. Also from Batman Returns collection from Kenner. The Bruce Wayne custom coupe. It is complete. I'm not going to do the gimmick here because I am going to do a review of this, so I'm not going to spoil it, but it is complete. It did come with the Bruce Wayne figure. It has both missiles. Everything works. So stoked to find this. All the stickers. You see the stickers there. Stickers in the front. Stickers inside. Everything is there. It's in amazing shape. A little bit of dust on it. That's it. Really super stoked to find this guy. So I'll be doing a review on this guy soon. So now I'm in a place where I've got, I'm slowly reviewing my Batman collection, which admittedly is not that big. Like, if you look at my collection room, you'll see a wall of Optimus Primes, and you see another wall of Ninja Turtle stuff, and then there's another wall of Ghostbuster stuff, and a wall of He-Man stuff. Batman is really like just one or two shelves, right? So admittedly, I don't have that much stuff, and I'm kind of just going through it right now. But I'm at that place now where I'm starting to get to, okay, I'm reviewing, I've got queued up stuff that I already owned in my collection, and now I've got new stuff that's being added to that. So, again, I hope you guys are finding the Batman reviews, the videos, fun. and entertaining. Because again, I got some good feedback. People chimed in and said, "Hey, do more of those." So I'm doing more of those. And the Masters of the Universe stuff that's going to continue happening. The new Origin stuff kind of fizzled out. Like, I'm still actively collecting Origins, but people weren't really watching. But whenever I show off vintage stuff, that does get attention. So I kind of shifted the Motu stuff from Origins into showing off vintage stuff. So right now I'm kind of alternating. Like, I'll do one Batman video, then I'll do a Motu video, then I'll do a Batman video, and just kind of going back and forth. And then Transformers, I do know that I've got some Transformer stuff coming. Probably gonna stick to just the vintage stuff, at least for a little while. And again, I'll get into that in another video. This video is already 20 minutes long. It's getting too long. So yeah, that was my haul from Toy Federation today, which awesome place. If you're in the area, go check them out. That store is impressive. I'm definitely going to try to go again before this trip is over, although my wallet may not like that. So yeah, chime in, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this stuff. Do you guys want to see, what would you like to see me review first out of all of this stuff right here? Which again, it's not, you won't see it next week, but out of everything in here, what would you like to? I'm definitely going to do that cycle and that. I don't know if I'm going to do the figures individually, but you'll see the figures with the Mattel Batmobile, and so what would you like to see? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see. As always, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.